How big are you really willing to let yourself go? And how much are you really willing to let yourself be seen by other people going for big things? That's what we're dropping it in on today, on today's episode. And today is the last episode of the Queen's Takeover podcast challenge. So if you haven't already, shared this episode to your stories, tag me in it with your biggest takeaway when it comes up. Leave a 5-star review. Me and you can be working together, jamming out on your pageant strategy, on your empire next steps. For 1 week together, one gal will win. But let's dive in because I just got back from my mentor's retreat in California. I've been registered for this pretty much even before she said that she was doing it. She was actually inspired by me in the retreats I host with my clients to host her own. And so I was like, I'm in, let's go. And my one big intention that I had, now this was 3 days. Her and I did a VIP day together. Then we had 2 days in group where there were 19 attendees plus like a couple other supporters. And my biggest thing that I was going into is that I really wanted to own my bigness. I really wanted to step into a new level of ownership with what I was here to create. And here's the thing about when you choose something bigger for yourself, gals, whether it's on a business journey, when it comes to your impact, your income, your pageant journey, you have to get sick of your own shit. You have to be sick of only settling and staying and choosing the results that you currently have right now, even though your actions might be leading you and your intention is like you want to do bigger things. There's still a part of you that's choosing where you're at right now. And before this retreat, this is what I set as my intention because I could see how I'm still choosing to stay where I'm at right now. And I'm choosing this level of comfort and I'm choosing this level of results. And that my intention for this retreat was not just to activate the energy and build the confidence and, be the identity. Like, yes, but I also wanted to see it so clearly how I was meant to move forward with this. I didn't just want to, I'm really good at trusting myself and believing in myself. Like I don't got problem with that, but for me, it's a little bit of I actually want to see the path forward so that as I step into this ownership, I see how clearly that looks. And so that was really my thing. Like, I'm here to see how I'm here to impact hundreds of thousands of more women in pageants and business and life. I'm ready to see it more deeply. And honestly, this retreat was really an initiation for me in this next level of how I'm going to be doubling, tripling, multiplying exponentially the impact that I'm here to make and the business that goes with it. So I want to share a specific moment at this retreat. And for those of you who attend retreats and who come in person to my retreat, I just want you to know like you're all going to have that moment too. Like it's all going to be powerful, but there's going to be one moment that it really hits and lands for you. And I want to share with you what mine is. So we're in California, the second day of the retreat. We're on a beach and it's in Orange County. It had been raining for several days, like it never rains in California, but finally on the last day, on the second last day, I should say. It was the second day of the retreat, second last day that I was there. The rain cleared out and it was sunny. It was still a little bit breezy. So we all went to the beach in the morning at like 8 o'clock in the morning. And we were doing this like dance embodiment practice because my mentor, her mom runs this company. And so we all had headphones on. Think, Barry, if you've ever been to like a silent disco, it's kind of like that vibe, but you have headphones with music and then you have a facilitator who's like guiding you through. And it's combination dance, movement, embodiment, combination, um, like meditation, intention, different things like that. It's so hard to like say exactly what it is once you've experienced it, but it's on a beach, moving around in a group of people while you're listening to music and you're being guided by a facilitator. And again, they always ask, what is your intention for this session? And they said we were going to be doing it for 90 minutes. I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a workout, 90 minutes of movement. All right, let's go. And so my intention that I set was again, like, how big am I willing to let myself go? That was my intention. Again, I didn't know how, didn't fully like lock in anything else other than like, that's my intention. How big am I willing to let myself go? So we start this like dance process, I shouldn't say dance process, it's called Dance Alive, but we start this movement with just standing in space, like letting our feet sink into the ground, listening to the music and dropping in this intention and dropping in and connecting our feet to the earth and feeling like our connectedness to ourselves, to our mission, to everybody around us. And everyone's there, we're all doing it, we're closing our eyes, and then slowly the the person leading it starts to encourage us, okay, like now you're going to move around, like there's going to be different music. Essentially the whole goal is move. It's like if you're uncomfortable, move. If you're in your head, move. If you're tired, move. If you like whatever you need, whatever's coming up for you, if you're like, oh, I feel silly or dorky or I'm judging someone else, move your body. Like literally move your body. If you want to be like unshakably confident in the world, in pageant interview rooms, on stages, in business, in life, around clients, like be comfortable moving in your body and being seen by other people because it'll just 10x the way that you show up and because you've already been comfortable being uncomfortable moving around other people in this type of setting that those other like pressure cooker settings just don't impact you as much and you know how to move through them. So we start moving and I had this insane, immense feeling that I wanted to go in the water. And that is uncharacteristic for me because when we got the packing list, they had said pack a bathing suit if you want to go in the water. And my thought process was like, I'm not going in the water. Like I'm gonna be like dirty and messy, then I have the whole day. Like I'm not gonna be putting on a bathing suit. That's just not my character. Like my mom was very much the type growing up that was like, don't play in the dirt, don't get too dirty. So I was like, I'm not gonna do that. And then I'm gonna be like wet and uncomfortable. But I had this insane feeling like I want to go touch the water. Because if I'm touching the water and if I'm kicking the water and like walking across the beach, like the waves, I'm going to be able to touch the world because the water connects to everybody else. Again, I was like, I was all in a vibe in that moment. And so I just started moving, like running along the water, kicking the water, like flailing my arms up again, like just playing like a child almost in the water. And the music starts playing and I'm moving and I'm dancing. And we're only like 5 or 10 minutes into this process. And I'm like walking along the water. And I turn back around to the rest of the beach. There was about 30 of us doing this process. And I turn around and look at the rest of the people, and I notice that they're all still standing with their feet in the ground in the sand. And some of them are like rocking side to side. Some of them are just like holding themselves. Some of them aren't moving. Maybe a couple of other people have moved around, but the majority of people are still in the spot that they're in, and they're all facing me because they're all facing the water. And this is what happened. I thought to myself, oh my gosh, am I doing something wrong? I was like, what? Why is nobody else moving? Oh my gosh, they're all watching me be like a child. Oh my gosh, they're all staring at me. Did I go too fast? Should I go back and stand? Did I get the prompt wrong? Are they afraid? Like why are they not moving? Those were the thoughts that came into my mind. And immediately I realized this was the intention being met. How big am I willing to let myself go? Is the mirror is the analogy for am I willing to let myself be seen by all 30 people on this beach, deciding that I wasn't going to wait for a beat drop to move, that I wasn't going to wait for like 30 minutes in, that I wasn't going to wait for somebody else to start moving and dancing and going in the water before I did. This was the rubber meets the road, me actually seeing the path to being seen in my bigness, being willing to move first, being willing to move when other people aren't moving, being comfortable going and being messy and being ridiculous and not knowing how to do it because I didn't know how to do this class, like just to do it. I was like, this is where my intention is coming alive right now. Because in my day-to-day life, in my business, and in my pageant journey, I see people who say that they want more and they're not moving for it. And I see girls who will, I'll be moving so big and so much, and I'll see other people who are making excuses and not wanting things. Like they'll be dreaming but not actually moving, or they'll be looking at other people and judging, or I'll be looking back and thinking like, what, this is available to other people, other clients. Like, why aren't they going for it? And even like me getting caught in that mindset is the opportunity for me to grow out of. Because I had a decision to make. Am I going to worry about what everyone else was doing and how they were moving, or if I was doing it wrong, or if it looks silly, or am I just going to move the way that I want to? Am I going to be in a full expression of being seen by other people in my bigness, in my full expression, in my pink jumper, what's it called? Um, Sweatshirt that I had on, moving around in the water, even though this is so uncharacteristic of me. This was the breakthrough moment, being vulnerable, to be seen, not knowing what I'm doing, not knowing if I'm doing it right, not knowing if I'm moving too fast, feeling so exposed by all of these other people and choosing to move anyways. You want to know why I have the success I do in pageants and business and life? You want to know how I'm such an incredible leader for my community? It's because I choose to move anyway and I trust myself. And again, it was a deeper sense of initiation that I'm being expanded and that I'm in this room, I'm in this space to be expanded, to be initiated to that next level of leadership and being seen by the world so I can impact hundreds and thousands more. The work was happening right then and there. And so I moved, I danced, I sang. I was at one point strutting across the beach and like tapping my feet in the water. And yeah, it was messy. And at one point I took my sweatshirt off and then I had to put it back on because it started to rain and we couldn't get the headphones wet. And I felt alive. I felt alive, not just as Maria right now, but the Maria who I'm going to be a year from now, who's holding more clients, who's supporting more women in their big dreams, who's handling double, triple the size of business that I have now and being able to hold it all and do it and move anyways, despite the challenges that come up. Because guess what? You can't have bigger things, whether it's pageant titles and reigns and clients and income. You can't have bigger things if you're not willing to handle bigger challenges. Because that's really all it is. And the difference is between the women who crumble and the women who rise is how they're able to handle those challenges and move through them anyways. And that's where I'll never not put myself in the room. I'll never not have mentorship because I know that I am a gal with big dreams and ambition, and I know you are too. And if you're really, truly willing to go for it, challenges are going to come up and you're not going to want to do them alone. Why would you? Most women retreat when challenges come up. Most women step back or they think they can't handle it, or they're like, I'm so burnt out, I'm so tired, I'm so exhausted. Yeah, no kidding. One challenge came up and you didn't know how to hold it and move through it. You want to be someone who doesn't go in and out of momentum, in and out of success, who goes in and out of exhaustion and oh, I need a break. I've been in this game for 10 years and I've never taken a break. I've never been off of social media. I've never been, once I started my business, I've never been out of mentorship because I learned how to hold myself through the challenges and I learned how to move and embody the bigness of what I'm here to create. And I always have someone supporting me. And again, this is just, I think that's where I want to end this. Like, that's the intention for me moving forward. And I want you all to know that when you see me doubling and tripling my business, supporting more women, being more daring, being more bold, and it's already starting to happen. I've been going to a series of events recently that have already led to me having more clients in my 6 to 12 month programs that sold out the retreat space that we have for April of 2026. We had 10 women register. We didn't even get out of the pre-sale and we already had 10 women registered and we have more women interested in coming and staying at hotels just to be able to attend. We've already had spots filling up for one-on-one. Like it's already been happening, but if you want to see how it happens moving forward over the next 6 to 12 months and what we create and how you see me move, you'll know that it started here because I put myself in the room, because I was willing to set my intention and notice where I was being met with that intention. And you'll also see that I was willing to be vulnerable and be seen because it's not comfortable. It's not going for bigger things, feeling like you're failing and flailing, feeling like people don't get you, feeling like you're moving too big and other people don't understand you, feeling frustrated, like you could be here touching the water and you're back there still standing in the sand. Like, how much can you let go of your own mindset, of your own judgments, of your own limitations to really step into the queen that you're meant to be? Winning pageants, building empires, increasing your income and impact, and everything else. The people around you feel your leadership upgrade. The people around me are feeling this leadership upgrade, and that is why things are filling up and happening so much faster because now more than ever, pageant gals don't just want surface level tips, tricks, and crap, to be honest. Like it's fleeting. They actually want to feel alive. They want to feel like they can do big things. You want to have belief and the support to actually make them happen. And that requires us to lead ourselves bigger. It requires me to step into my next level of leadership, which I definitely feel like we did. And so, for the recap of the Queen's Takeover podcast, I have a couple of questions I want you to ask yourself. Is one, in what way do you need to go first? In what way is life inviting you to move first in something that you have been waiting for other people, for permission, for other people to go first, other people to tell you it's okay? Where do you need to go first? And the second thing is, what room do you need to put yourself in so that you consistently have the support and feedback on that journey? It could be an in-person room, a virtual room, a group setting, a one-on-one setting. What room do you need to put yourself in to have your own leadership initiation? Again, I want to remind you, share this episode with your biggest takeaway. I hope that you're sitting there buzzing and reeling with all the ideas that are coming through. Tag me at the Pageant Gal. You can send me a DM as well. I'd love to hear what came up for you, and leave a 5-star positive review for our podcast on Spotify so that we can reach hundreds and thousands more gals across the globe who are stepping in and being queens, who are taking over. And again, by next week, one of you on my social media, check out the Pageant Gal, make sure you follow. One of you will be announced as the winner of the Queen's Takeover podcast challenge. And me and you will get a one-on-one intensive together, a one-on-one session, a week of Telegram coaching. It's going to be amazing with what you're creating. And I just want to say how grateful I am that each of you participated. You're here, you're listening, you're showing up, you're sharing. Like, it means the world to me. And none of it goes unnoticed. And I'm so grateful for each of you. So that's all for now. I will see you in the next episode. Chin up, crown on, and decide to go bigger.